All right, so instead of editing my quarterback pro day evaluation video, I decided I'm just going to do the mock draft and I'll edit them when I get the chance. So we are going to get into this mock draft simulator. It's from Pro Football Network, and this does allow trades because I think Pro Football Focus, you can't do trades unless you buy like the like a premium thing. So we are going to we're gonna hide that for a second. We're gonna do this mock draft, and let's see. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Joe Alt. That's actually surprising. Marvin Harrison, Roma Dudze, Malik Neighbors, Olu Fashanu, Dallas Turner. Wow, Jaden Daniels actually got to 11. I'm surprised. And the Jets take J.J. McCarthy. I'm already not liking this. It's just, this is stuff I can't see happening, to be honest. Okay. Okay, so a lot of tackles have gone off the board. And then we had a trade offer, two actually. One is from the Chiefs, and one's from the Raiders. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned as of this moment trying to get draft capital for next year. I'm not going to trade away next year's draft capital to get this year's draft capital. I'm not going to do that. But, like, for example, yeah, 44, 77, 112. Whereas I'm getting 32 and 64. So is the second round in 112 worth it for dropping out of the first round? Probably not. So I'm going to reject the Raiders offer right off the rip. So now they're going to give me their first round pick and their second round pick for them to jump up 12 spots, which we're going to hide this for a second. So we need tackle, center, corner, wide receiver, and safety. Safety, to me, is not a huge Steelers need. I think the 4, offensive tackle, offensive center, corner, and wide receiver, I think those are more adamant, and maybe wide receiver even more than corner. So we are going to be looking at the offensive guys just for the moment. You got J.C. Latham, a tackle from Alabama. You got Graham Barton, a center from Duke. Jackson Powers Johnson, center from Oregon. Tyler Guyton, a tackle from Oklahoma. I'm just going through the offensive linemen. You got Kingsley Suamataya from BYU, Jordan Morgan from Arizona. There's definitely some Zach Frazier from West Virginia. There's definitely some guys here. If we decide to trade back, that I'd still be okay taking. And defense, corner, the highest one right now is Nate Wiggins. Cooper DeJean, they have as a safety. I know he can play safety or he could play corner. Then you have Kool-Aid McKinstry, Tyler Nubin, TJ Tampa, Max Melton. There's definitely some guys here, but I actually feel comfortable trading back with Kansas City. So I'm going to counter, and we're going to see what we can do here. Because it's like, if I give you 195, would you give me 159 as well? You know, I can pick up a decent pick in between 119 and 178. If not, maybe I can get 173. Okay, so they did accept that trade. So not only did I trade up quite a bit from that pick. Okay, so we're going to hide New England right now. So So Michael Penix is still there. Tyler Guyton, a tackle from Oklahoma, is still there. So this is actually not a bad spot. Zach Frazier is still there. But I think we need... Man. So I'm sure, yeah, Jackson Powers Johnson went 27. So let's see. They took Chop Robinson. J.C. Latham went the next pick to Miami. Nate Wiggins, Bo Nix, Byron Murphy, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Graham Barton, Jackson Powers Johnson, Keon Coleman, Cooper DeJean, Johnny Newton, and Adonai Mitchell. So, oh man, I'm thinking about taking Tyler Guyton, but let's listen to whatever trade offers we have. Okay, New England wants to give us 34 and 68 for 32 and 98. So they get to go up 2 picks now, but we're essentially going up 30 picks in the 3rd round. Let's see what we got. Then if we go next, Dallas wants to give us pick 42 and a 3rd round pick next year, which does not help us for this mock draft, which next year, maybe that's not or in actual real life, maybe that's not a terrible idea, but I'm going to reject this offer. Again, Jacksonville, they're offering us a 2nd round pick next year. That's even better than what Dallas was giving us, but I'm going to reject this one as well. So now we're looking at New England. We can trade back those 2 spots, and we can get kind of our pick of an offensive lineman, and we'll trade up 30 spots in the 3rd round. We can also counter, see what we have here. So, I can see if they would take 119 instead of 98. And like I said, I'm not necessarily trying to like give up like early picks from next year. Like I'm not going to trade away our 1st round pick next year. But if I throw in Washington 7th next year, and or if let's just say, would you take 119? Okay, they just took 119 instead, so I got to keep pick 98. Okay, so Michael Penix went to New England at 32. And then Carolina, they went and took Zach Frazier. So I don't really feel comfortable trading anymore. I really want Tyler Guyton right now. So Baltimore, they're offering a pick next year. We're going to reject that. Cleveland next year, we're going to reject it. So I'm going to draft Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. All right, now we're sitting here at 51. So we took a tackle, which is good. But now we're looking at center. That's probably our biggest need. So we go offense and we go center. Right now, the highest ranked guy is Cedric Van Pran-Granger from Georgia. But he's not until 71. So we're probably looking more of maybe at 64 we could take him there, or at 68. But right now I'm going to focus on another position besides center. We need a corner and we need a wide receiver. We do have right here Ennis Rakeshaw Jr. from Missouri. We have Xavier Legette from South Carolina. He actually seems like a nice wide receiver. Oh, man. I think I'm going to take Xavier Legette here from South Carolina. Because it's just a need. Okay. So now we are sitting at pick 64. We have, let me see, corner. Do we have any corners coming up? Chris Abrams-Drain from Missouri. Okay. Is there any information? 5'11", 179. It's not terrible size. Let's see. He effortless accelerator. Okay. He can use his short area twitch and energy to correct his hip leverage and man. Keen eyes in zone. Patient in his pedal. Okay, so I'm actually kind of digging this guy. Physical corner. He's average size with below average mass and only decent length. Lighter frame. He can get out muscled by the larger receivers. Much more natural playing off man and zone, and has more uncertain press protection. Okay, so I'm actually going to keep my eye on this guy. a little bit later. But we have a tackle. We have a receiver. Now, I'm thinking we can try to look at trading back again. Indy's offering us 82. Ooh. So if we give them our pick now at 64, we're picking again at 68. And then we would get 82 and 117. Minnesota's offering us picks next year. So what does that give us? So that would give us from 98, we would get 68, 82, 84, 98, and 117. Okay. I don't know if it really helps us to offer 68 instead of 64, you know? Yeah, we get to make a pick now, but does that really help? You know, does picking up 117 really do anything? Because you gotta think, if I trade 68, we're gonna have 64, and then we're not gonna have another pick till 84. And then if we trade 64, I'm gonna get another pick in 4 picks, which that I'm not terrible. I'm gonna see if I can get 151 as well. If they can give me 151, I'll do the trade. I think I'm cool with that. Okay, they're not going to give me 151. So if I also give 151, if I give you Washington 7th, will you take it? No. Alright, well, I don't need to trade back that bad. So we can take kind of anyone here. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking a defensive tackle and on my next pick getting a center. Leonard Taylor III from Miami. I'm going to do that. We're going to take the D tackle. And then we're going to take Cedric. Okay, we have one offer from Tennessee. No, thank you. Okay. What have I taken so far? Can I see my picks? Nope. All right, so I know I took a tackle, I took a center, I took a wide receiver, I took a D lineman, but I did not take a corner or a safety. Oh, this was the kid from what you call it? I'm drafting him. Okay. Go away, Indy. Oh, I have 2 trade offers. You're offering me next year. You're offering me... I'm not too crazy about that. I'm just going to reject these. Okay. So I've taken a tackle, a center, a corner, a wide receiver. I have not taken a safety, but I took a D lineman. So Johnny Wilson from Florida State. He is 6'6". I might just have to take him off his size. There's Mike from Michigan as well. I know he's a pretty good corner, but he's kind of, he's small. He's only slightly heavier than the other guy I just took, but he's 2 inches shorter, I'm going to draft Johnny Wilson. I'm going to take the 6'6" wide receiver from Florida State. All right, it's going to be a while before we get another pick. Our next pick is at 159. Okay. We can trade 159 and a 7th next year for 168 and 190. What does that look like? Okay, so we trade back a little bit and we pick up an extra pick. That's not bad. Is there anyone here I really like? There's a safety from Oregon State. Let's see. He was a defensive leader of the Beavers defense. He's certainly physically imposing and productive. Lined up all over last year. But it didn't mitigate his weaknesses. The good news is he translates well into modern NFL defenses that favor multi-safety looks that have one drop into the box as a freelancer. He struggles mightily when he's a slot corner in a man assignment because he's too stiff and reactive. This isn't a surprise for a 6'2", 214-pounder. The right role will get him in coverage against tight ends, bigger receivers, or as a roamer. He's much more effective coming downhill or providing support coverage. A terrific tackler and capable blitzer, Oladapo has the potential to be a very good in the right scheme. For now, he has an early day 3 grade with room to grow. I kind of like this kid. So he's ranked 151, and where do you want me to trade to? 168. You want me to go back another 9 picks. Is there another safety I'd be comfortable with? There's Jalen Charles. No eval on him. Kenny Logan. He's made his name by finishing tackles in space. Hard hitter who often finds his way to the ball. Can jar would-be receptions out of the hands of pass catchers. Logan plays with desperation to rip the ball out, but rarely compromises his tackling form. His ball skills and coverage give him a reason for concern about his upside at the next level. He should be viewed as a possible special teams contributor and a depth beast until his coverage contributions increase. Josh Proctor from Ohio State. I really like this kid. So what's my next pick? 178. After that, I don't have any more picks for the next, 60 some odd picks. I'm going to take Oladapo. I don't want to miss out on him. Okay. This is my last pick. 178. So I took tackle, center, corner, wide receiver, and safety. I took a D lineman too. Actually, I think I took 2 wide receivers. And then, there's a running back, Isaac Guerendo. 6 foot, 221, not bad. I know we have 3 decent running backs right now, or at least above decent at the very minimum, because you got Najee and Jalen, which are a nice 1-2, and then they signed Cordero Patterson when the new kickoff rules were implemented. So now that you have Isaac Guerendo, a nice running back from Louisville, you also have offensive guards. I'm going to take Isaac. I think that's what I'm going to do. Take him and have a 4th running back in case anyone gets hurt. And that is it for our picks. So we're going to fly through the rest of the draft here. Okay. So here was our draft. Tyler Guyton, Xavier Legette, Leonard Taylor III, Cedric Van Pran Granger? I don't know. Chris Abrams-Drain, Johnny Wilson, Ketan Oladapo, and Isaac Guerendo. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 selections, but we made 6 selections in the top 100. So we definitely made the most of our trades. Let's see. Is there anything else? And they don't even give me a grade. So, but we got our needs of a tackle because I know everyone's like, push Broderick Jones back to left tackle and draft a right tackle. So I know there's a few guys between an Amarius Mims, Tyler Guyton, J.C. Latham. There's a whole bunch of people that could be available at 20 for that. Then there's center as well, and everyone's Jackson Powers Johnson. I've seen Zach Frazier, Cedric Van Pran out of Georgia. But then I made sure to get a receiver with Xavier, and then I'm taking a chance on Johnny Wilson just because of his size. I mean, 6'6" at wide receiver. That's huge. Then you got Leonard Taylor. I got a nice D lineman to help because I know Cam's not getting any younger. We helped with corner. I know Mike could be another option from Michigan. I think he plays primarily slot. And he's around that Mike Hilton size. So, he could easily be a target by the Steelers. I mean, that's where Mike Hilton, made his name in the NFL as one of the top slot corners in the entire NFL, was playing for 4 years for the Steelers. And even though he's a little smaller at like 5'9", he still proved he can play. So even Mike from Michigan, he could be an option. And then figured get a safety. It sounds like he's versatile. Sounds like he can play a little bit. And it's, between Minka and Deshaun Elliott, they have a nice duo. And this is a guy who can come in, play some packages from what I read. And then Isaac to 4th running back, which, if you don't keep him, you don't keep him. But even then, Cordero, he's more of a returner. He's a little older. So how often is he really going to play? And plus, he started off as a wide receiver, so he could even play a little receiver. And then you have Isaac, Jalen, and Najee. Plus, then if you don't re-sign Najee, you have Isaac and Jalen. And it's almost just like a long-term investment with Isaac. So I really don't know much about Leonard Taylor either. I picked him because it looked like good value. Sorry if I yawn. I'm recording this a little late at night. So he sports a lean, well-leveraged frame with efficient mass and elite proportional length. Explosive, energetic athlete with lightning-quick reaction speed and snap timing. Can generate impressive amounts of force with his speed to power rushes. Can easily compress his frame through gaps while employing club rip combos. Has the athleticism to stunt across the front and leverage his momentum into torque. Able to deconstruct blocks, recover balance, and make plays in lateral pursuit. Weaknesses. At times, he lacks a pass rush plan past the initial power and is sometimes slow to adapt. Balance is easily eroded against combo blocks and heavy power exertions. Lacks the required flexibility and ankle flexion to bend under blocks and sustain rushes. Relative lack of growth could call developmental capacity into question. So, I took him. Just seemed like good depth. But, yeah, to have 6 picks in the top 100 is pretty damn good. And I understand here, while we technically did not have a first-round pick, I still feel like we got a first-round player in Tyler Guyton. Which, who knows, maybe he, in the actual draft, maybe he goes to the Steelers at 20, and he is a first-round pick. Just don't know. It's wherever you can get value. So, if you guys did enjoy this, do me a favor and leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. And I will see all you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.